Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
And with that, welcome to Kingdom Come Deliverance. This older story that we heard before of the succession war in Bohemia is true. That's what really happened in 1403, as you can read in 1403 in the logo of the game. I really like this logo. This is an RPG that's set at a real place, at a real time in Europe, and in Prague, or in Bohemia to be more precise, which is a real place. And most of what's generally happening in this game really happens. And we're playing the story of a commoner during that time. And I'm really interested in finding out how good they managed, how well they managed to stay true to everything that happened back then. It's a great thing. I like history, and I know a tad bit about European history, and especially the history of Germany, as or to be more precise, of the history of the Holy Empire of German nations. And yeah, I'm interested to find out how this plays out, this game. Let's start a new game in normal mode. Who would want to play hardcore on there first? I have no idea. The early 15th century was a time of turmoil in the Holy Roman Empire, which has flourished under the late Emperor Charles IV, but now with his son Wenceslas the Idle on the Bohemian throne was falling into disarray. The king's inactivity angered many of the nobility, as well as his half-brother King Sigismund of Hungary, who decided to take drastic steps to something in Europe. Take power, I think. Would be logical, but I didn't read it. It was too fast, as always with these little short showings of text on the screen that go away directly. Nice scenery, isn't it? This is in-game graphics. Silver Skulls, 1403. Rex Familia et Ultio? Rex is king in Latin, Familia is family. But the last word I didn't really read in the logo. Ah, this is a mining village. Yeah, of course, silver. Silver Scarlets will be a silver mining village. Should be North Bohemia then. Although the mountains should be higher in North Bohemia, so could also be somewhere else.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the dialect. Or accent. Whatever. It's not a Bohemian accent.
Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slug of bed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
So immediately what we first learned is we get a pre-made character, no character customization, no naming myself, so that we can have a real character playing. And not just an oaf that's standing there, saying nothing, looking
Fine
weird.
state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Okay, by means of the first two choices in this dialogue, we'll select your character's default characteristics. If you're not satisfied with them, not to worry. All characteristics can be further developed without limitations. Do I... Okay, and can also WASD? Okay. What on earth did you get up to last night? Dancing. I was with Bianca. Oh, yeah, of course, vitality. I was working in the forge. That's just a brute lie. We were chatting in the tavern. Yeah, that sounds like me.
Nothing much. Me and the lads were just having a chat in the tavern. Some wayfarer stopped by. He was telling us what's going on in the world and, well, I lost track of time.
Well, I hope he didn't fill your head with nonsense. Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
Okay, so we can double go into speech, or we can make like a quality build. Archery. So how did I get my scratch? Did Bianca bite me during sex? Did I had a normal fight in the bar? Was I trying to do archery, but was too stupid to even string an arrow to the bow and hurt my left hand during that? Or was I sitting at a bench and scratching my hand at some rough wooden edges? Yeah, that sounds like me.
You think he's teaching me sword fighting, don't you? What use would that be to me? Here. I'm not lying to you, Ma.
All right, then, if you say so. I don't mean to pry, but you know your father takes a dim view of such things.
Your objective. Go to your father. Okay, now can we... Oh, and go to the sword fighting lessons, because I had a sword fighting lesson. Okay. First, do you need help?
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Please, character that speaks when I choose it for him, so I don't have to read everything, like half the conversation myself.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Thank you.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere as usual.
That's unfair.
Really? So where were you until the small hours last night?
I was... with Bianca, of course.
You mean at Bianca's tavern? And who was there with you? No, don't tell me. Let me guess. Matthew and Fritz. Well, at least you were with Bianca. You should hold on to that one, Hal. She's a clever girl. And invite her for supper sometime. Your father's very fond of her.
Yeah, of course he is. He thinks he'll be able to wheedle the secret of beer brewing out of her.
You're right there. You'd think he was planning to become a brewer in his dotage. Still, that's your father for you. At least he's interested in something, unlike you lot. You're too busy getting into mischief to do an honest day's work. If Fritz and Matthew carry on this way, they'll wind up swinging one day. You mark my words.
Okay, and we're in game. We discovered Scarlets. Yeah, of course we discovered Scarlets. Okay, so my to eat food, pick it up in the inventory, in the tab food, select what you want to eat, and then okay, so we need to pick up the apple. Okay, that always feels a bit wonky. I want to sit so that I can pick up the apples better. This can't be done while sitting. So in my inventory we go. There we have door keys. Can I read more about them? A key ring with all the door keys I've got. All the door keys I've got. So future ones will also get that. We have normal stuff. We have trunk keys with all the trunk keys I've got. Let's eat that apple. Eat that apple. Okay. And then, okay, we can cycle there. Inventory prior. We have sidekicks. There's a quest log. Main quest is unexpected visit. For that, we need to go to our father and the sword fighting lessons. We finally got some fine spring weather, but still I slept late in the morning because I was out celebrating until late in the evening. It was a bit hard getting out of bed in the morning. I have to go to father. I promised I'd help him with his work. This has some doublings in it. I started getting some training in sword fighting from a mercenary who turned up in Scarlets recently. Father and mother mustn't find out. For some reason, they don't want to learn to defend myself. Want me to learn to defend myself. That's important. I got a bit of a cut in yesterday's lesson, though. We're supposed to meet by the alehouse again tonight. That's main. We have no side, no done, no activities. For that, we're shown the map. Yeah, let's see the map. Go to your father, go to the sword fighting lesson, and that's Scarlet's. That's fast travel item, I think. And points of interest. Like combat train. We can, okay, that's like a legend where, okay. And we can fast travel only to Scarlet's. We also have a codex. Animal husbandry and stuff. We won't read that. If we have a thing for Scarlet's, then I will read it. Like this. Bohemian villages? No, that's general about villages. I won't read everyone because that's just too much. Yeah, we don't have one for Scarlet's. So we have main level 1. We had 2 whatevers. Current level. 1 perk point. Level 2. We have something into speech. Then also charisma, which is another thing. Measure of how you can impress people. What's speech then? You get speech perk points at every 4th level up. Okay. That's a weird system here, because we have also visibility, conspicuousness, noise, and speed. So we have combat stuff. We have to learn combat for having that. This is skills. Do we have a skill point? No, that's perk. Didn't it say that we had a perk point? 1 perk point and level 2. Can't we put in a perk here, like into pickpocketing or reading? Reading skill influences without new perk points. New perk points unlock at levels. So no, that's not how it works. Okay, so that's not how the perks work. We have healing, reading spot. What does that mean? Here I am in a healing and reading spot. Okay, because I'm sitting down. My reputation Scarlet's normal. And those are statistics. So how do I put in the perks? I don't know. We won't do that. We have to get up again to pick up the apple. That was what our purpose in life was. For now. And bread roll. And an apple. Okay, this is a bit weird. If we could have a skip for that.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Starting to get hungry? Eating is all we've done today. So, back into inventory. Nourishment is 42, so we eat the bread roll. Both of them. Nourishment is a 56. Then we eat the lentil soup. We know it's 64 nourishment. Okay. Still don't know how to level up or do anything. What's that? Current time, 10 o'clock. Did it move? Or does it move on? Or is it now scripted to like press progress? Eat from pot. Ah, that's how we load up fully on nourishment, I think. With the eat from pot thing, no? Yeah, okay, that's where we get our nourishment. Okay, and as always, as in every RPG, you go into every corner and press your nose into the wall to see if you can find something, and that's not optimal for viewing these as a viewer, and no, but it's just how it works. Nails for Theresa. A bandage, marigold, decoration, savior schnapps. Take all. Have we an inventory load? Do we got an inventory load? 11.5 out of 70 weight units. Okay. That's one of the first thing you've always to look at. So what about our sleeping quarters? Yeah, they should be open. That's not the sleeping. We're sleeping here. Yeah. One room housing with a fire in it. No. No, we didn't sleep here. Did I sleep on this? No. Where did I sleep? I assume upstairs then. Take like a few apples. Not too much because they will weigh me down. Ah, that's an easy lockpick chest, which is not good. Okay, we can steal food here if we want to. We won't take every food item though. But I don't have a lockpick. I wouldn't even know where I would get one. Okay, so for the first time in this year, do we have a weapon? No, we don't. For the first time in this year, we're going to step outside in the sun. So A says we should go to father, but let's talk to mother again.
What is it, my boy?
Okay, that's another chance to speak to her again, to get like the background info on that our friends are called Matthew and Fritz. So let's take a look at that map. Can we zoom in? Is that our position? What of that is our position? So we're in this corner then. So this is our big house, there are a few little houses, and then there's the smithy. So let's go to the smithy. I assume he'll have me run errands. Oh, this is like a little chicken pen. Den? Chicken den? Pen? Both exist, I know of that. Pen and den. For animal holding. I assume it's den. A chicken den. I'm too thick for this. Also, I have a body. You discovered a grindstone. Where is it and how does it look like so I can find it again? This one. No, that's a wheelbarrow. Ah, the grindstone is here at the smithy, of course. Where else would it be? There it is. I could use it to sharpen my weapon if I had one. Okay, father.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Persuasion. Sometimes you need powers of persuasion to achieve your goals. When talking to people, you can often choose what kind of impression you want to make on them. You can simply use speech, which, however, is influenced by the reputation you have at the moment with the person you're talking to, which is the I say stuff icon. And then there's a royalty, and in the Middle Ages, social status was paramount, so the quality of your attire and how well groomed you are, together with your reputation, can make a big difference to how people respond to you. Yeah, but I am his son, so that won't work. If you look dangerous, so intimidation as the daggers, will be a threat to curse, more willing to assign risky tasks to you. That's influenced mainly by your strength and the deterrent effect of your weapon and equipment, but other things are also taken into account, such as bloodstains on your clothes. Oh, okay, they affect intimidation. Okay. You can sometimes rely on money to do the talking for you. You just have to agree on a persuasive sum. Bribing people works in the same way as shopping, see trade and haggling. In special cases, you can try another skill, for example, horsemanship. It's not only the matter of persuasion that's important, but also the specific offer, because sometimes it's not enough just to choose according to your highest characteristics. You have to really read what you're going to say. But different approaches work on different people. You won't intimidate a tough brawler easily, and no matter how well you dress, you won't impress the nobility easily. That's because Henry's abilities aren't simply assigned a universal value, but compared with the abilities of his counterpart. You can see the values of the various abilities in the game under the corresponding icons. You can always see your own abilities. Your counterpart's abilities are visible to you if it's someone you know well, or if you're skilled at reading people, learned the perk empathetic. The amount I have to pay and my money. Then we have a total speech level of him and me, and charisma level of him and me. That's charisma, and it's made by my clothes. So I have 7 because I have sack clothes that are shitty. But they are not completely muddied, so it's not lower than 7. Okay. Not just about stats though, the outcome is influenced by other factors, e.g. your reputation, that's in the lower left corner, whether you're dirty or bleeding, etc. If you can't outdo the nimble tongue of a merchant, for example, you may want to poison him a little first, and then he will be easier to persuade. Oh. Or if you lead a guard away from his friends, he'll be easier to scare. Okay, that makes sense. Now let's... That all doesn't work. And how do I not know what my father will react to? So I won't threaten my father. I can't social class my father because that's bullshit. He's my father. And the other one, I had to do something? Yeah, I had to sleep. He knows that. Can't I just confess that I'm an idiot? Let's try to go for speech because that's what I leveled up in the beginning dialogue.
Sorry, I had to go and deal with something.
Well, it's no great tragedy.
Oh, it worked.
Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzig, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh,
Okay.
That drunkard. That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
So
The
that's the
name is
last one.
Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Okay. So let's see, can I interact with anything here? So I want to buy ale at the tavern and bring him cool ale, but that should be our last one. We get a new codex entry. Quest and journal. Main quest, follow the basic storyline of Henry and his family, or Theresa. Who's Theresa? Theresa might be one of the... I have all DLCs, so some stuff may be new to you even if you played the game, or might feel weird to you because it's somehow already mentioning stuff that we haven't even experienced, like Theresa. That's because I have all DLCs. I got this on the Epic stores when it was it one of the free games? I don't remember, but I bought all the DLC because they were, yeah, it was one of the free games of the Epic store, and I bought all of the DLC because they were also on Jaroslav and Janek. Let's talk to Janek. Also bought the DLC because they were on
We're
sale.
with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
It's weird
How are
that
you?
it has a little hiccup at the moment.
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
And we learned something about the town garrison. They're maintaining the law. Yeah, I know what a garrison is, I know what a tenor is, what a shepherd is, what the official is, what a farmer is, and what a beekeeper is. So, I won't read those. I will only read, like, a special... can't I can't make them mark them as read. This is stuff that I might want to read. The conquest. Okay, we're going back to events in a second. Yeah, that's Charles the Fourth Pope, and Wenceslas. We know who everyone is. Can I please? Oh, I just whatever. We'll maybe read some of them or not. Let's see. Time didn't progress. Good to know. So we're in tutorial land where time doesn't progress. We have. Are there nails for Theresa? What is that item? Marigold decoction. That's within 1 minute will add 30 health and dispel hangover effects. Cancels the effects of Lazarus potion. So that's a healing potion, and we have 2 of them. What's that? That brings 30 health. Okay, we need to learn a lot about this. That's for equipped stuff. I wanted to look at... There's the crossguard for the new sword. This fine crossguard was engraved in Sasau. And we have that first quest done. Aha! Can enter this. Interesting. Yeah, here's the A. Where the people go to do interesting stuff in the night. Okay, and we can leave the inner circle. We are living in the inner circle of the burg, of the town, of the village. Like we have the burg, and then we have our castle. We have the castle. Then we have the inner circle with the more important citizens, like the smith, and for whatever reason a farmer. I think it's not the farmer, but it's the one that brings in stuff into the village so that they have stuff here when they are under siege. And out here are where the pleb lives. I assume. Okay, we have different stuff here. A is charcoal. B is sword fighting lesson. Okay. Collect the depth from Kunesh is to my right. That's supposed to be Kunesh then. Hi Kunesh. I assume I have to hit you?
Kunesh.
What do you want?
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Okay.
Look, I know things aren't easy. Your wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use as a square wheel. It's no wonder you're short of coin. But a debt's a debt, and I can't leave here without something.
If I had anything to give, I'd give it. But I've got nothing. So leave me in peace, all of you. And don't come back.
Try to get the axe, hammer, and nails back another way. The axe, which is this one. And hammer and nails. Okay, another way. Did we get a new? Ah, okay. I can wash myself if I want to. If I got dirty. I discovered a trader and got an codex entry telling me what a trader is. I know what a trader is. Don't stand directly behind a horse. It will kick you. I'm searching for the hammer because I saw the axe. We're in a private area. C to duck. Yeah, okay. I suppose so. Stealth C, yeah. There's a hammer. There's a hammer! Are you fucking kidding me? Why can't I take the hammer? I can eat from a soup.
A locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that.
Okay, so
Fritz might have one.
That's looking weird, those two spots. Lighting engine isn't that good here. Okay. And lockpick his chest. I closed the door. I didn't open it. Okay. Otherwise, this is the axe. So we might want to beat him. But I want to do the other way. The ask Fritz for thing. But I don't know where Fritz is. That's the grindstone icon. That's a trader icon. Okay. Is Fritz the trader that we just discovered? Let's go to the trader and see what he has to offer. That one. I discovered the grocer. That's a shop guard and catch pole. That's not a name. Bandage bread, torches. So how does shopping work? Do I take a thing and then pay you? That's a trader. That's a villager, and I assume that's private area back there. Let's talk to the trader.
Good health to you.
Let's talk trade. You first have to put your purchases into your basket and then either confirm the purchase or try to haggle. The amount you have to pay is always shown at the top of the screen.
God be with you.
We have nothing. Can we buy a lockpick here? No, we can't. But there's a blacksmith kit and stuff. So something useful is there? Great. But it's a grocer. She mainly sells food items, of course. So where would be Fritz? Fritz would be at the tavern, which is bidding number E. Everything here is at the tavern. What's number A? Buy a bag of charcoal at the market. But I don't have money. That's the charcoal burner. That's the charcoal burner's helper. Let's talk to him.
How are you? Goodbye.
1 bag of charcoal. Here's 50 bags of charcoal, costing 0.5 each? I can't. So if I add 1 to basket, okay, with 0.5. It does the annoying thing where you can back out if you have stuff in your basket, as if anyone would ever have a problem with that. That's my sword fighting lesson here, no? Okay, let's do the sword fighting mission then. Or see who...
Hey, Pip!
That's
Do you want to learn something?
No, I don't think so. Thanks.
See yourself. Hail to the hero. So you haven't changed your mind about learning the craft of warfaring?
Okay, it's Vanyek who can...
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
That was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when a son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Not yet.
Yes, but there's something I need to do first.
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
So he's now waiting for us at the sheepfold for combat training. And that's the thing that we'll do as the first thing in the second episode. Have a nice day. I'll see you tomorrow.